Yo guys, look, it's my favorite. N. Oh, this is hella broken. Oh no. Years. KJ. Let's go. Dang. That's deep, fam. It's not really as stable to add stuff. So let me try something here. Chroma L Hyper. What I want to do is I want to see how good I can get at this game. I don't need that corrupted L Hyper, bruh. Ugly. Yo, Destined! No. I thought you must. Hyper. If I reroll farm, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So first we need about 5 boot 5. That might take a while. Yeah. Let's see what I need. Roll. Okay, so I need roll for that. I need variant RNG for that. So. go. Dark clover. Yeah. Yeah! Oh, come on, bro. A dark what? Okay. Yeah, let's play this game, buddy. Dude. Ooh, overseer. That should do the job. First, I get no more dupes. Let's pop a skibbity clover real quick, cause you know, we gotta pop one of those. Ooh. Nice. What variant is 16? Ooh, an Indus clover. Okay, I'll do variant 21. Got another clover shorts. Oh yes, bro, this is exactly what I wanted. A colossal. A note here? Fillings. Colossal doing? This is what I want. Unorth, okay. Colossal gilded. So insight 5. Wow, it's way full. Oh god, I can't. Actually, I have plenty of time. I gotta spawn it first. Oh man. Eventually people will get tired of the game and then I can actually like play. Alright, did I miss the big question? Did I miss a new vid? No. I'm gonna do speed 5. I think I did it again. I need hella fast. I'm gonna get magical. I'm gonna get magical 5 real quick. Hell yeah. Imagine this actually works. No. Crazy dog. What did I miss? Hey, sorry, but you just got in my way. Hold on. Bulk 5. Dang it. Hey, sorry, but you just got in my way. We do variant 19. Okay. Variant 14. Could be quite the verified clover. Pasta. Endless, okay. We're getting somewhere. Hey, sorry, but you just got in my way. I'm pretty sure that's very rude. Speed. Dang, Reaper's actually good now. I think I might just insight farm till the end of time then. That doesn't break my game. Oh, I'm actually right. guys. Peak stream. Holy shit, I'm fast. I don't know who put this in this wrap. I'm gonna end the stream. See, maybe not. I'm just gonna mute the audio. Dude, this game's hella laggy right now, bro. I just can't do anything.
You got home at 2:45?
Mhm.
Dang. So what's your new bus
I think of barbecue, I think of one place in the world, Texas. And not only have I never been to Texas, no, that's not true, I just remembered I've been to Texas. There's an amazing art behind barbecue. I've heard it's a food that only tastes good if it's made with love. And I actually feel that way about a lot of food. But come along with me today to learn classic Texas barbecue. For those of you that don't know, before I head to the airport, we are catching up to Gordon and Sub. So if you haven't already, you know who you are. Smack that subscribe button. It is currently 4:30 in the morning. We have touched down in Texas and not gotten much sleep, but we're ready to go make some barbecue. We are here at Cadillac Barbecue. Let's head inside and see what's in store. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Todd Davis.
Todd, Nick, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is
Man.
Manny.
Hey, nice to meet you.
How are you? You didn't fire him yet today, right?
You can fire him later.
Welcome to Cadillac.
It's early.
It's early for you. We start early. First guy here today was probably here at 3 o'clock. You gotta have that passion.
If I came to the smell every morning, I'd have that.
This is Big Mama, our first smoker. It's been inside the building since the day we came here. We named all our smokers.
Manny, maybe you'll have a smoker name by the end of the video.
This is our pit room. You've got Brutus, buckwheat, which is hot, be careful. Bandit, this is Bo. And you've already met Big Mama. This is Bam Bam.
Oh my god.
This has pork steaks on it.
Holy sh**.
This is Andrew.
How you doing, man?
This is Babe. Babe was the first pig cooker we bought. Not quite big enough for big pigs, big hogs.
That's what she said.
This is Bubba. So this is the beast. This is where we make our own coals.
I can see why it's called the Beast.
It's over 1,000 degrees. All we're doing is trying to make those fresh coals, and then we're gonna put that on the fire directly underneath the food. The flavor that's in those ashes coming out in that smoke. My arm's burning.
Why do people want coals versus more direct sort of flame?
If you put a fire like that underneath the meat, you would just scald it.
Coals give you the same smoky flavor, but with more of a sort of gentle, slower cooking process.
Some people will cook hot and fast. I just feel that it comes out better if you cook low and slow.
We have a friend named Guga who always tries to skip ahead, cook hot and fast.
That's right.
Shame on you, Guga.
You can do it. For us, it works better low and slow, and that's kind of our thing.
It smells so good. You know that kind of smoky smell in the middle of the winter? Maybe you're sitting in front of a fire. This is basically a giant version of that. Even over here, I'm feeling heat off of, hold on, let me think of the name. Brutus.
Beast.
Damn it.
Brutus was the very first one. See, that was your first love.
I met
Big Mama.
Big Mama first. Yeah, that was my first love, Big Mama.
Not in Big Mama's house.
Come on in here. This big cooler here is all of our meat stores.
So just when I thought we had a big freezer of Wagyu, he's gonna show us up right now, Manny.
This is what's left over from the week. These are Akushi briskets.
That's a nice brisket, huh?
Yeah.
Right now we're cooking some pork steaks. It's a direct cook. Usually about halfway through we start to mop them to kind of give them a little bit of a glaze, a little bit more flavor.
Is that tool actually called a mop?
Why don't you grab a mop?
So this sausage we make ourselves, grind it, stuff it, everything. This is our mild 17. The reason it's called 17 is it took us 17 tries. This was the first sausage we ever made. They're all beef and pork and then all kinds of great flavors. This is our whole hog. We vary in our size of pig, typically around 150 pounds.
I just swallowed that whole. It's good. It is now 7:24 a.m. We can see that things are starting to come together. We're finally starting to get to taste things. They must have a little vinegar in there or something. Gets in the eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Or heroic dog. It's got a ton of different flavors in there. Not at all overpowering. You're just getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's a journey of flavors. They just brought us out some of these pork cracklings, chicharrones. They're still making that sort of crackle sound from after you fry them. Lightly sort of fatty flavored rice cake. It's just delicious.
That's pretty good.
Sausage time.
Hey Todd, quick question. You got the smaller sausages right here and the bigger ones. Which one do you like more?
When I'm snacking, I eat the smaller ones.
So sausage is a 3-day process. The first day you're grinding it, stuffing it. The second day you're gonna do a cold smoke. Cold smoke means like you're cooking it at like 140 degrees or so. On the third day, we're actually finishing them off right now. You really need that entire process to get that good smoky, snappy sausage.
That sort of
Finish it off.
pop when you bite into the
Right,
sausage.
right. It's a fun thing because there's just so much to it.
So they have the coolest design details here. These knives right here are how you open and close the vents. I mean, I love that.
These are all 1,000-gallon propane tanks that have been decommissioned. If you look at this tank inside,
All right, you get inside there. We're all inside there, man. Just
Go on
get
in
all
there.
the way in. So you're just gonna hang out here now?
I'm watching how my fire's doing. Good barbecue is all about fire management. It's taken us days to get to this point. I don't want to screw it up at the end.
Time for some ribs.
Ooh.
So that was like 4 hours of smoke, and this is an hour and a half of tenderizing. If it's perfect, you should be able to bend it in half. Bend and no break, that's like perfect rib. Sauce them, they're gonna glaze for like another 30 minutes, and then they'll be ready. These come out really easy.
Oh.
They just kind of...
Wow. That's freaking awesome.
It's usually a chore to keep them
They
in.
have the opposite problem that most people do. It's hot. Oh God. We're gonna shoot back outside and check out those sausages.
Yeah.
So the sausages are finishing up. They do look different. They have more of a kind of shine to them. They've gotten a little bit darker, right? With the smoke.
See how tight they're getting?
It's crazy.
How plump they're getting because they're tightening it up.
So tight.
You see what I deal with?
Do the smaller ones get tighter than the bigger ones? Or?
Sometimes they will, depending on where you put them. Be careful because it's going to be really hot.
Wow.
Snap.
Oh my god.
That's so juicy. I have never loved sausage. In fact, I've never liked sausage. But this right here, I didn't know it was possible for a sausage to be this juicy. There's no movie magic going on here. This sausage is squirting all over me, I had to say. So this is a tray of beef belly burnt ends.
Yes, sir. So these are only halfway done. These are about...
These are only halfway done. It's literally like you're eating a piece of candy. They're making so much good food here. This is banana pudding. So much good food.
So, thanks, Ivan.
Andy, you're fired. Get out.
I tell him that all the time. The next stage of finishing these burnt ends, Jacob's going to put them back in the smoker for one last smoke, get them caramelized. They're going to get to lay down for a while, think about their future as a burnt end, and then they're coming back out.
After all the hard work, it's finally time now to taste what I would kind of call the king of all barbecue, which is the brisket.
Absolutely.
Check out all that juice.
The flavors are melting on my tongue.
Especially in Texas, we're all about that beef.
It's one of my favorite things to try every time.
You ready for this, Manny?
I'm ready.
This is separating lean part from the fatty part, and that's what comes out of it.
Wow.
And look at how perfect the smoke ring is, too.
We don't go for that smoke ring, we achieve it all the time. Hatch it a slice right from the center.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I learned the test of the brisket. You want to kind of hang it over your... Is that
Absolutely.
one test?
Absolutely. And if you just tug on it lightly, it's going to pull apart.
Perfect bite. Wow. Holy cow. You see what I did there? I said holy cow.
Oh,
Holy shit, that's good.
holy cow.
Holy cow.
So it's 8:30 and they're already starting to line up. And how long is he gonna wait?
Close to 2 hours.
He'd be so jealous that we're already getting to taste it. If you knew what that rib that I just had tasted like, you would sit out there with a chair too.
So I'm going to start building this Todd Father. We start with Martin's bun, some of the best potato buns you can get.
Could not agree more.
A little homemade barbecue sauce, put a little brisket on there.
Is this your sandwich, the Todd Father?
This is our signature sandwich. We're going to put a little bit of our homemade pulled pork, one of our hot links here, and we're going to take some Ivan's homemade coleslaw, put it on top, Martin's bun back on there, a homemade dill pickle, and that's Andrew's lunch. That's the Todd Father.
Andrew's hungry.
This is probably the best slice of meat that comes off that brisket. Try that.
That's ridiculous. Instead of the edge where you have the separation of the fat and the meat, that's almost a perfect blend of fat.
The ribs that were inside getting all happy are now coming out and getting ready to go up front.
Look at this. Oh my gosh. Wow. I might like that better than the brisket. Maybe take a bite.
Oh my god.
And that's the Texas Trinity. You've got the sausage, the brisket, and the ribs.
I'm moving to Texas. The only bologna I've ever seen is in that little yellow and red pack, and it tastes like, I don't even know what to say.
Dog
There's the first time I've been excited to eat bologna, and it's really good. I am so full.
So now they have like a red color to them from all the sauce and like the smoke that's poured into them.
Can we have you taste the bite, talk about it?
Oh, did I not tell you I was a vegetarian? Oh man.
Like, we keep eating stuff, and then I think I have the best thing, and then it gets better.
These are plate beef ribs, and that again, Wagyu beef.
Beef ribs are big.
That's about the size of your head.
Big rib. So it is extraordinarily tender. Again, you don't think of this as a rib because you're not eating it off the rib like that really, but that might be the most tender thing that we have today. You could eat this with no teeth. You gum it to death. Do you think that you're able to make such incredible barbecue because you love it?
It's all about how great of an experience can we make this for the people coming in.
There's love in the food. You can taste it.
Some of these things take days. To still keep that same passion, it takes a lot. So I'm gonna slice up part of this pork steak for you.
But it's like a ribeye with pork.
Yes.
Wow, I've never had anything like that. It's extra smoky compared to all the stuff we've had. He just made us a nice big tray. Let's see what this thing weighs. Over 5 pounds of food right here. These people stand like that for hours just peeking through the window. We got it all right here. Kind of like at Salt Bay's, we got this entire place to ourselves. It is dead empty. Salt Bay might have just dry humped all the customers away. We are the only ones in the restaurant once again, other than Salt Bay himself. I don't understand how this place is in business. But I've been able to eat the entire day. Manny, give me the camera.
Nick's a little boring, so Man's gonna review the food now. I'm gonna quickly go through each item and give it a rating out of 10. All right, so we got the brisket right here. Get a quick bite. 10 out of 10. Beef rib. 10 out of 10. All right, this is the pork rib. 10 out of 10.
Is it really good?
That's really good, yeah. We got the mac and cheese here. 8 out of 10. We got some cracklins. 9 out of 10. This is banana pudding. 9 out of 10. We got some pulled pork. I'm gonna put some sauce on top. 10 out of 10. We got our pork steak. We're gonna dip it in this plum sauce. 10 out of 10. All right, this is the crack cake. 11 out of 10. Now we're taking the cornbread.
You don't eat a cornbread with fork and knife.
10 out of 10. All right, we got burnt end beans right here. 10 out of 10. All right, to finish it off, we got the Hatch chili and cheese sausage. 13 out of 10.
This is Nick and Manny.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey,
He's the boss.
I'm the personality of the place.
So this is how it starts. We always try to let the people in early, and we'll let them keep coming in until we run out of food.
And this guy here waited the full 2 hours. How is it?
Worth the wait, definitely.
Todd, I have to say, before this day, I don't think I've had true barbecue, so thank you on behalf of me, Manny, everybody for showing us true Texas barbecue today.
I'm just glad you all could enjoy the Texas experience.
So this kid is about to hire a high school student as a hitman to unalive his own mom. This is crazy. Now his name's Danish. He's 17, he's a senior in high school, and he is a perfect student. He's on the honor roll, he's class president, he's the principal's student helper, he's smart, he's popular, all that. But Danish has a problem. His mom, who we'll just call Mom. Now Mom, she's very religious and therefore very strict. And while she works hard to make sure he has nice clothes, his own car, his own credit card, and pretty much whatever he wants, she also expects him to follow her rules. And she's an immigrant parent, so you know she pushes him hard to succeed. Like he has an 8 p.m. curfew, he's limited to how often he can see his friends outside of school, stuff like that. And while this may sound like somewhat normal parenting rules to us, to Danish, this is a dictatorship. And he can't live under this fascism. And so this really pisses him off. I mean, he's just trying to live his 17-year-old life and hang out with his friends. And so he starts to get bitter. He is sick of her trying to control him. And so one day, it all starts to go downhill. Because he goes and he tells his mom that he wants to apply to this internship to the Houston Police Department. Because I guess he's considering a career in law enforcement. And of course, Mom isn't happy about this idea. I mean, she wants him to go into medicine. Regardless, Danish applies for the police department internship and he gets an interview. But now, there's an issue. He's 17, so he needs his mom to sign the paperwork that gives him permission. So he brings her the paperwork, and of course, they start fighting about it. And it's a really big argument. Now, at some point, Danish has had enough, and he just snaps. And he decides to get rid of his controlling mother for good. And how's he gonna do that? Well, he's gonna hire a hitman. Here's the problem with that, though. He's in high school. He doesn't really know any hitmen, but he kinda knows this one guy from school who's in his Spanish class. And this guy's name is Noor. And Noor deals drugs, and he's in a gang, and he's a little bit shady. And Danish thinks, maybe Noor will do it. So Danish approaches Noor in Spanish class one day, and he's like, hey, would you unalive my mom for me? And Noor is like, nah, bro. But Danish keeps pressing him on it. He tells him that his mom is abusive and that she's not even his real mom and that she had his real parents assassinated, none of which is true. But most importantly, Danish offers Noor $5,000. So upon hearing this, Noor is like, all right. So then fast forward to the day of the crime. It's morning. Danish and Noor, they're in school, but they leave early. And Danish drives them to his apartment. And he opens the trunk, and he gives Noor a pair of blue latex gloves and a knife. And shortly after, Noor is sneaking inside the apartment. And Mom is there. And I guess she doesn't see him because kaboom, he grabs her from behind and he takes the knife and he starts stabbing her over and over again. And there's a struggle and Mom fights back, but Noor is stronger than her and he ends up stabbing her 48 times until she's unalived. And during all that chaos, the knife had slipped and cut Noor's thumb pretty badly. Now that cut will become important later. So then Danish picks Noor up and he drives him to their other friend's house. And there, Danish calls 911 and he tells him that his friend Noor cut himself while carving a turkey. Because it's the week of Thanksgiving and no one is gonna ask questions about him carving a turkey. So then Noor goes to the hospital and he gets stitches on that cut on his hand, while Danish leaves and he goes and takes some girl out on a first date. Like bro's mom just died and he's out here trying to smash. But anyway, he takes this date to the movies and then over to another town, and Danish ends up being out all night on this date, I guess. And then in the early morning, he finally goes home, where his mom's body is still laying there. And this is where he pretends to discover her there. And he pretends to be shocked. And he pretends to cry. And he calls 911.
You don't know what happened?
No, I just got in from Galveston. I just walked in this morning.
So pretty quickly, police arrive. And they investigate. And they notice a few things. One, there's no sign of forced entry. And two, there's someone's bloody handprint on the doorknob. And three, Danish doesn't have any of his mom's blood on him. Now this is apparently unusual because generally when people find the body of a loved one, they immediately panic and they try to touch them or shake them or hug them to see if they're still alive, and that tends to get blood on them. Clearly, Danish didn't do any of that with his mom because he's the one who set up the murder. So police are suspicious of him and they take him in and they question him. And they also notice something is a little off about his 911 call from that day. In his 911 call, he gave away his alibi without the operator even asking him.
You don't know what happened? No, I just got it from Galveston.
Apparently, that's a very common thing that guilty people do. Like when a killer calls 911, they will often just vomit out their alibi without being asked. Like, it wasn't me, I was hanging out at Chuck E. Cheese the whole time. That's basically what he did. So police are looking at this dude like, yeah, you definitely had something to do with this. Regardless, police test the bloody handprint on the doorknob and it's not a match for Danish. So they're still very suspicious of him. But with no evidence, they have to let him go. And he essentially gets away with having his own mother unalived. Until one day, police officers show up to the high school and they find Nur. And they suddenly pull him out of class and bam, they arrest him. But they arrest him on a drug charge. And the drug charge is completely unrelated to the murder. Police don't even know Nur is involved in any murder. They're arresting him for drugs. And he is panicking. He's sitting there thinking, oh the police are here. They know what I did. They know that I'm the one who unalived Danish's mom. What am I gonna do? I'm probably gonna go to jail. Is there anyone who can help me out of this? But then he thinks back to his partner in crime, Danish. Maybe Danish can help him. So as the officers are escorting Nur out of the school, he yells back to his friends, Tell Danish to give me a call. Tell Danish I'm going to jail. Because Nur thinks this is about the murder. So now, police know he's somehow connected to Danish. So police bring him in and they notice that for some weird reason, he's wearing one glove. So they ask him to take the glove off and he does, and he's still got stitches on his hand from where he cut himself during the crime. And they ask him what happened and Nur's like, I cut my thumb carving turkey. And police are like, sure you did, Nur. And from there, they connect the dots back to Mom's murder case. And so then they test Nur's DNA, and of course, his DNA is a match for the blood that they found on the doorknob. And from there, Nur doesn't even put up a fight. Like, he doesn't even try to bullshit. He immediately starts confessing, and he tells police everything. That Danish hired him as a hitman to unalive his mom, and that he promised to pay him $5,000. And so, bam, Danish gets arrested. Here's his mugshot. Also, here's Nur's mugshot. And Nur gets sentenced to 40 years in prison, while Danish gets sentenced to 50 years in prison. So, shout out to Houston, Texas, I guess.
This is not a regular debunk. I'm about to attempt to catch a YouTuber in the act of faking a video on their own private recording server. My target is Wi-Fi.
In the beginning of this year, comedian Cat Williams made absolute history and tons of headlines when he jumped on Shannon Sharpe's podcast and basically exposed the entire industry.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Revealing the secrets and the fraud of so many celebrities that we've come to love. And what's so crazy about this interview is that he really had the balls to drop names. And one of those names was Diddy. Now, at the time of this interview coming out, it had lots of mixed reactions because a lot of people were saying that Cat Williams was just going crazy off the liquor, and lots of other people were saying that he was saying some truth. We wouldn't know just how right Cat Williams was because literally 3 months after this interview came out, Diddy's house in LA and Miami would get raided by the FBI for sex trafficking and tons of other shit. Now, 2024 has been the year that lots of people are getting exposed for who they really are, and the #1 person on this list is Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, aka the Diddler. Weird sex parties, sex trafficking, drugging people, the amount of stuff that this guy has done, calling him the devil would practically be a compliment. At this point, Diddy has done so much shit that a lawyer announced that he has 120 cases against him, with the victims being as 9 years old. You've definitely seen the news about Diddy's insane freak-offs and all this other crazy stuff, but I don't think people genuinely understand the extent of just how fucked up all of this is and what he really was willing to do to keep it all hidden. Because this was happening in front of our noses the entire time. For years, public figures and celebrities have warned us about Diddy, and Diddy has practically said it right in front of us too. When it's all said and done, there will be a lot more people other than Diddy behind those bars. So, let's cut the bullshit and get right into it. Now, Diddy is no stranger to legal problems, or even SA lawsuits, honestly. From beating up Nas's manager to being behind an NYC shooting to possibly even being behind the deaths of Tupac and Biggie, Diddy's got a lot on his plate already. Like, if we just erased the last year altogether, Diddy would still have a wild history. Now, if you want to hear me talk about Diddy's legal past, I actually posted a video about that a couple months ago, so check that out after this one. Now, in getting to the whole nitty-gritty of the entire thing, we have to start with the initial case that started this entire downfall. So this goes all the way back in October of 2023 when Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against Diddy for extremely abusive behavior. Now, you see, Cassie was actually an R&B singer who was discovered by Diddy when she was 19 years old and signed to Bad Boy Records. And eventually, they started dating. While he was damn near almost 40 years old, by the way. So, like, double her age. They dated from 2007 to 2018, and they basically had a combination of a business and lover type relationship. But apparently, those 11 years were a fucking nightmare. According to the lawsuit, Diddy actually took extreme action to control every single moment of Cassie's life. Now, at first, it started off by signing her to Bad Boy Records. And then once they started dating, he would pay for all of her cars, clothes, her rent, so this way he basically had full financial control over her. If Cassie didn't do whatever it is that he wanted, he would basically threaten to cut her off financially and also threaten to suppress her music. He provided her with copious amounts of drugs and constantly urged her to take them. And she took so much that her medical records actually show that she suffered extreme memory loss from it. And Diddy knew about this because he had access to those records as well, as part of his extreme operation to control her. But the worst part about the entire thing was his extreme relentless violence towards her. One time, Diddy saw Cassie just simply speaking to another talent agent and then started beating her so relentlessly that she started bleeding from the head. When she started dating rapper Kid Cudi, Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car to try and scare him away. And Kid Cudi did confirm this himself. There was even an incident caught on a hotel surveillance video where Cassie was trying to escape Diddy's control, and he was so goddamn drunk that he chased her down, threw glass bottles at her, and when he caught up to her, he started beating and kicking her relentlessly. Diddy even tried to bribe the hotel to delete the footage, by the way. But the weirdest part about it was that Diddy constantly forced her to do it with other male escorts while he filmed and pleasured himself to it. Didn't matter if she said no, she had to do it because he had the control. After 11 years, Cassie finally was able to have the guts to actually leave him for good, but when she did, Diddy actually broke into her house and R-worded her. It took her so many years to come forward, but she finally did, and thank God she did. Diddy even apparently tried to make this lawsuit not happen by offering her 8 figures to drop it completely, but she still filed it. Diddy's team completely denied everything and claims that Cassie was just simply trying to find a quick payday. However, literally 1 day later after this lawsuit was filed, it was completely settled for some type of undisclosed amount. And while this lawsuit was settled pretty quickly, it would be the one that basically caused an entire domino effect of Diddy getting exposed for who he is. Because not even 1 week later, 2 more people would file SA lawsuits against Diddy for the things that he did to them as well. And the first one was by a woman by the name of Joy Dickerson Neal, who claims that Diddy took her to dinner after she was in one of his music videos back in 1991. She claims that during dinner, Diddy drugged her, R-worded her, and actually filmed the entire thing on camera. And he then showed it to like a bunch of people who worked at the record label. She claims this caused extreme mental anguish and basically ruined her chances at after getting in.
Stay there. I'll get you. I'll get you. Don't worry, Knight. It won't be the same. It won't be. Oh my gosh. Andy, don't worry.
For every loved YouTube boyfriend, there is also one who is hated by everyone. Starting with Canadian YouTuber I'm J Station, whose relationship was destroyed all because of an evil stunt. On January 21st, 2020, Jason, famous for his 3 a.m. challenges, would share tragic news about his girlfriend Alexia.
Last night we lost Alexia to a drunk driver, guys. She was on the way to pick up something for our video we were making on our second channel, Dream Team. She's not it, guys. She's gone. She's gone. It was her dream to get 1 million subscribers.
He would then show the roadside memorial a day later, leading the fans to sympathize. Regardless of what you think of I'm Jay Station, he didn't deserve this to happen to him. Please give him your sympathy and condolences. Soon after, Jason contacted Alexia in the afterlife.
We're gonna talk to her on the Ouija board, guys. We're doing the Ouija board challenge on my girlfriend. Let's smash the like button right now, guys. 1 like equals 1 prayer for Alexia, guys. Rest in peace.
But the public sympathy shifted when a doubtful YouTuber, Some Ordinary Gamers, did an investigation.
Nobody by that name specifically has suffered any form of, right?
No. I have an Alexia, but there's no.
Facing backlash, Jason was forced to come clean.
Alexia was never at all. We thought of the idea. Actually, I thought about the idea. What if we fake it and then do a skit on YouTube, pranking everybody, saying it was just to gain traction on the Dream Team channel.
And blamed Alexia in the process.
I filmed the Ouija board video on her, which she helped me with. By the way, guys, like, she was down to make these videos with me.
Who later came forth with the truth.
I was not a part of any of them. It was just Jay, and I didn't even know what he was gonna say in those videos before he posted them.
Honestly, props to Jay Station for breaking the stereotype that all Canadians are nice. After his arrest due to the tasteless prank, he briefly got back with Alexia later in 2020 before splitting up with her and quitting YouTube for good. But if Jason was despised for exploiting his girlfriends, MatPat would be adored for making sure that his wife is always getting credit. After the couple's marriage on May 19th, 2012, the two often streamed together, showing their undeniable chemistry.
Guys, awkward poem.
Whenever Stephanie was busy in the background, Matt always made sure to credit her.
I'm always consistently impressed with her and how awesome she is and how hard she works and how smart she is. And so it pushes me to do better and kind of rise to the incredibly high bar that she's set.
But the sweetest part was when Matt got upset when other people ignored his wife's efforts.
It hurts me a lot of times to see historically how Stephanie got overlooked. Yes, I'm the face of the channel, and yes, I'm a very important part of it, But equally important, if not more so, is Steph, because she's behind the scenes doing all this. Please pay attention to her, because she has so many valid ideas, so many worthwhile things to say in the space, even beyond what I have to say, because she's approaching it from a completely different angle.
Matt Pat is such a good partner to Steph. You can tell he genuinely loves and cares about her, and Matt continued to prove his genuine love every single day as he built a happy family with her. Unlike Jake Paul, who would fake his feelings just for views. On April 30th, 2019, Jake would collaborate with fellow YouTuber Tana Monreal, agreeing to be together for clout. But soon after, he questioned their true status.
This whole thing with Tana's escalating, I don't even know how to describe it. It's real, but it's also not. But it also is.
Leading to their engagement a month later. Despite the internet's skepticism, they got married in Las Vegas on August 6, 2019.
To have a physical connection and an emotional connection with somebody who is your best friend is 1 in a million.
I now pronounce them husband and wife!
2 weeks later, Tana would reveal that though their marriage wasn't legally binding, they were in love.
To all of the people that think it is not real and we're just putting on this show as two f***ing sociopaths, it is real. That's all I know to tell those people.
Only for them to break up 5 months later, with her admitting that she really fell for him.
If the wedding was fake to me in my head, I would be in so much less pain.
Jake, on the other hand, would speak regretfully about it 2 years later.
I literally got fake married to Tana and sold it like it was 100% real. I got the attention that I wanted from it, but then afterwards I was like, it would have been better to just not do this.
Notice how everything he says is about his feelings and how it affected him. Nothing remorseful about how it affected her in negative ways, publicly and emotionally, LOL. But if Jake had the nerve to fake his wedding vow for attention, Dan TDM made sure to stay true to his promise. On March 17th, 2013, Minecraft YouTuber Dan TDM married his longtime girlfriend Gemma a year after launching his YouTube channel. 5 months later, they launched their first project as a married couple.
We are giving birth to a brand new series which we're going to be doing, which is called Husband vs. Wife Survivals.
Yeah, it's survival, but we're going to be competing against each other.
Though the series only lasted 7 episodes, it didn't stop Daniel from featuring his wife whenever he could.
What are you doing?
You have a tiny mouth.
But the most touching part was when he reacted to his vow on their 5th wedding anniversary.
When I finally saw you at the end of the aisle, there were only 2 words I wanted to say. I do. I love you, Gemma, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Which was followed by an even more special moment almost 2 years later.
My amazing wife, Gemma, she gave birth to our beautiful little boy.
And another one not long after.
I am now a dad of 2, which is crazy. But I will be taking a break from now. I don't know how long the break is going to be. I'll just come back when I'm ready. Thank you so much for the support as always.
Proving he's fully committed to Gemma and their family. Unlike Boogie2988, whose views on women raised doubts about his capacity for commitment. On July 12, 2023, Boogie2988, real name Stephen Jason Williams, teased that his new girlfriend moved in with him.
Oh no.
Seeing a glimpse of his partner, many were immediately disgusted, forcing Stephen to defend himself. She's an adult. She's 20. I'm older. When an adult woman I get along with wants to give it a shot, I am going to do the smart thing and give it a shot, and clarify that his intention was genuine.
Have I put baggage on you? Have I put trauma on you? Or tell them what you think of me.
That you don't judge me, and I feel welcome.
Yeah, because you are.
Yeah, I know that you love me.
Yeah. I do love you.
But on November 7th, 2023, the YouTuber uploaded a teaser clip on his then upcoming documentary where his girlfriend opened up about her childhood.
I never really had a good father role figure in my life. It hurt a lot. I definitely just wanted that father figure in that role.
Making the internet realize how evil Stephen was. The only one who broke my heart here is the girl. She is clearly troubled by her father leaving her and has transferred this over to Boogie, and he is exploiting that. But it only got worse 2 weeks later when the full-length documentary revealed Stephen's views on women.
I like beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women. Beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure, but they were like Arkansas 8s. not LA 10s.
Despite the backlash, the YouTuber seems to have no plans of ending his relationship, as the couple recently flew together. But while Steven is seen as a monster for exploiting his girlfriend, Luke Nichols would be viewed as a king for protecting his marriage no matter the temperature. Travel YouTuber Luke Nichols, popular for his fishing videos, became a massive hit after documenting his family life on his other channel, The Outdoor Boys. In his most viral video, he helped his wife Rebecca beat their kids in a Nerf gun battle. But their marriage's biggest test happened on April 15th, 2023, when Luke took his family on a minus 22-degree camping trip.
Well, I'm here with my wife Rebecca, my friend Jake, and his wife Heather, and we're doing the Happy Wife Cold Weather Challenge, where we're going to see if we can go winter camping and remain happily married.
Throughout the trip, Luke made sure his wife, who didn't like the cold, had everything she needed to stay warm.
My wife is going to be sleeping in the warmest sleeping bag in the world, inside the warmest tent in the world, but that's not enough. We're not taking chances. We're going to go fill up some hot water bottles.
Leading to a delightful conclusion.
Did we keep you warm?
We kept you warm.
Our marriage is intact?
It's fine.
Good.
Whenever I watch his trips with his family, I get excited for the future when I get to be a father too. He really seems like a good dad and a husband. Very inspiring. In the end, Luke proved that he had what it takes to treat his wife as a queen, which is something Sneeko is incapable of doing with any woman. On November 26th, 2021, Sneeko would reveal that he was in an open relationship with his girlfriend.
The arrangements of our open relationships, like I can go and like once in a while use a condom and like, you know, one night stands, whatever, and then she can go on dates, but she doesn't have sex with them.
But what was interesting was when he decided to test himself by taking her to an S party.
So we showed up to her party and everything, and everybody like they're having drinks, and then all of a sudden snap, everyone's naked. So I got this girl on top of me, and she's, I don't know, yo, I'm just not, and my girl's right here, and she's like, and I'm like, oh, yo, I'm like feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot.
Nevertheless, he shockingly recommended men to try it.
I feel like you should try and see your girl get down.
No,
I think you should try it. I think it will really test your ego. It's going to test your masculinity.
4 months later, however, Sneeko would reveal their setup didn't work out.
I assumed that she'd be okay with everything, and I was like sometimes too open. And I'm like, all right, like now I'm not really treating you. I would look back at like, yeah, you're my girlfriend. Like I could have been more like sensitive.
But the worst thing was when that didn't stop Sneeko from justifying his views.
Do you like put?
Of course.
Top 5 things in life, right?
Of course.
Why would you only want one? You don't, right?
No, I do.
In a relationship, you're doing it out of consideration for her feelings, not because it's something that you innately want. You actually want to other person, and you could.
Actually, I don't.
But if all Sneeko cared about was increasing his body count, Markiplier made it a point to express how amazing being with just one girl is. On June 27, 2016, Markiplier appeared on his now girlfriend Amy's tweet, which confirmed that they were officially dating. Following the announcement, the two often streamed together and answered personal questions in a cute and nerdy way.
How did we meet? Do you want the made-up answer or the real answer? We were on a boat in the middle of the Atlantic. I was on a mission. And little did I know, our secret call that they told me to sound if there was trouble was the mating call of the river dolphin. From that moment on, we went on a date.
Many fans found them adorable. They seem like an old married couple, and Mark is telling his grandchildren the epic story of how they met. I'm really loving this. But what made Mark's love stand out was how he talked about Amy even when they weren't on screen together.
The more meaningful thing to me is, say, like my girlfriend telling me I did a good job. If I just pulled like an all-nighter working on something, which I do a lot, a million times more meaningful is if she says she's proud of me, and that'll make me tear up immediately.
Man, I bet afterwards Amy is watching these and she is smiling at watching Mark say most of those things, showing that Mark is selfless enough to give Amy the spotlight. Unlike Matt, who would go so far as to cancel a holiday just to prioritize himself. In 2022, Matt, from family TikTok vlog Matt and Abby, would share a sweet thing he wanted to do for his wife.
Don't be fooled by me picking up my house because I'm not typically the one that does it. And don't be fooled by me taking care of my son because most of the time my wife does that too. Abby really wanted to go to the gym tonight, so I'm on Griffin duty and I wanted to surprise her with a clean house when she got home.
But instead of getting support, Matt received hate. Man just straight up admitted that he doesn't usually take care of his own son or clean his own house, and his reputation only got more tainted after he revealed his thoughts about having a second child.
It felt like I was doing
like everything for Augie, and so I'm like, here I am, like I have all these like big goals and big dreams, and I have to put them to the wayside, and I'm like, I'm stuck here, and I was kind of mad.
A man being disappointed that his children will slow down his career fills me with actual burning rage. Women have always had their careers decimated for children, leaving their bodies permanently changed. But what put the final nail in his coffin so far was his entitlement.
Which is Matt's birthday. So we had Father's Day and his birthday on the same day. And
So sad.
I will say I did kind of combine the holidays.
You did combine the two. But like Father's Day and my birthday were the same exact day.
Yeah,
and it kind of was a bummer.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I failed you.
Hey,
I'm so
but you
sorry.
know what? This year, we're boycotting Father's Day for the month of June and celebrating it 3 months after my birthday.
It's funny how he's complaining about Father's Day being on his birthday when it's 2 holidays to celebrate him. Everything was already about him and he was still complaining, solidifying Matt's position as one of the most hated husbands on the internet, which is far from the case of Ryan Tran, whose devotion makes him the opposite. After meeting Haley Pham at VidCon in July 2018, Ryan Tran, famous for his Penny Challenge videos, spent more time with her as a friend, which soon resulted in a relationship upgrade. And after almost 2 months of dating, Ryan revealed how his girlfriend changed his views about relationships.
But like, I always
You're
thought
very
that...
independent.
Yeah, I'm very independent. I always thought a relationship would take away from my momentum and everything that I want to accomplish. And so that's why I never dated. My relationship with Haley is really like the opposite of that. She just kind of enhances everything that I want to become.
This is the most healthy and realistic relationship I've ever actually seen, leading Ryan to pop the question.
I want to build a life with you, and I know that I feel like the past 2 years we've been heavily blessed and like we're fortunate, but nothing in the world is more valuable to me than you. Haley Pham.
6 months later, on November 18th, 2020, the couple got secretly married. And 2 years after, Ryan revealed in an interview how his wife changed his life.
Is Christian, and when we started dating, I was not. I was atheist, cynical atheist even. Whenever I would talk to Christians, I was always very like questioning their beliefs. I started dating Haley, and I would ask her questions like that, like very hard questions. What I realized though is my heart yearned for an answer. And so on July 4th, 2020, I was with Haley, we were watching the fireworks, and I started weeping. Like I started sobbing my eyes out. Like I should be celebrating right now. I love this girl that I'm with. I have everything I've ever wanted. Why do I feel empty? And it was crazy, dude. And I realized like, I need to go on like a spiritual pursuit. I started taking a lot less cynical approach towards asking questions, just starting to pray and starting to ask myself like, what do I believe? And ultimately I did land on Jesus.
I am honestly so proud of Ryan and how far he's come. He is so wholesome and kind even through the bad times. He massively deserves everything he has and is truly an amazing person to look up to. Ryan's testimony doesn't just make him a great husband, but a genuinely good person through and through. For every loved YouTube girlfriend, there is one who is hated by everyone, starting with Twitch streamer Adept, whose attempt to destroy her ex's life after their second breakup blew up in her face. On September 26, 2022, Sammy's ex, XQC, revealed the reason behind their split.
I was cornered into choosing between family and Sammy, and unfortunately what happened is that I kind of just chose family.
With fans supposedly hating Sammy for forcing XQC to choose, she became furious.
There's 3 top clips. 2 of them are from my channel. I guarantee you both top comments are negative about me. Garen, fuck you. And he knew exactly this is what would happen.
Only for XQC to react to it during a stream a day later.
Yesterday, when I talked about it on stream, people were understanding of the situation. And nobody took sides.
To everyone's shock, Sammy was watching, leading XQC to invite her into a call that soon grew heated.
I am so tired of being villainized. You need to stop.
Sorry,
you are not a victim in all of this. You are fine. Like, It's wild to me. You brought me into this situation.
Afterwards, she would hint at getting revenge involving XQC's McLaren, which she had stolen as he couldn't legally drive it.
So how does a vehicle registration work?
And using it weeks later. Taking a picture in his car with a flower and posting it on IG, at this point, she just wants to F with his head. Imagine flexing that you still use your ex's car, that he paid and bought, because it's in your name. Adept kept the car and even showed up uninvited at his house months later.
Oh my God, shut up! My God!
You're violating a court order made more sense when a divorce filing from Adept leaked, mentioning that both parties were banned from intimidating each other and driving the McLaren. XQC, however, cleared this up.
I am not married. I was not married, and marriage never happened in any capacity.
Raising suspicion about Sammy's true motive. She believes she's entitled to a massive chunk of his wealth because she legitimately thinks that's her money. She's a gold digger. Of course this is what she's trying to do. 9 months later, XQC won the divorce case, with the court ordering the protection of his assets, including his cars. The irony is that she ruined her reputation, destroyed many friendships, all for cars that she can't fit into. But if Adept was hated for being a gold digger, Marzia would be loved for being the opposite. In August 2011, a back then small creator, PewDiePie, would introduce his new girlfriend to the internet.
Here she is. She's beautiful, funny, smart, everything. Her name is Marzia.
Despite being miles apart, Marzia stayed hopeful about their relationship.
We live really far away, so I don't know, I was still scared, but I knew that I wanted to fight for this relationship.
And just 2 years later, the couple moved in together.
Today I'm here with PewDiePie in the background, and we're in Brighton, and it's our first day.
Making them closer than ever.
Do you see him as someone you could spend the rest of your life with?
It's obviously a yes.
Leading to a big announcement 3 years later.
Hey, today I'm here with...
Me.
As you may know, we're engaged.
Yeah!
And finally, their marriage on August 19th, 2019.
I am most of all happy and grateful to finally be Marzia's husband. We met at a time where I was feeling very lost, but every day since I met Marzia has been the best days of my life.
It's crazy how Marzia was there when Felix had nothing, and she is still there when Felix has everything. True love. And now that Marzia is a mom, it's clear she wanted a great future for her and PewDiePie since day one. Unlike McKinley Richardson, whose priority is to destroy her future by corrupting the youth and cheating. In July 2019, she skyrocketed to fame with millions of views and likes because of her content. What was shocking, however, was the age range that watched her.
Excuse me, are you following me?
Yes.
You are, actually? Prove it. Oh my gosh, guys, he's actually following me. Okay, well, do you want to go shopping?
Yes.
Nevertheless, McKinley continued promoting her inappropriate videos.
I make spicy content for a living. So today, I'm gonna prove that a real job is way easier than what I do. 30 minutes later, while I was taking OF pics in the bathroom, this happened.
McKinley, someone told me you're selling fans on only Facebook?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Many were disgusted. Jack's girl promoting her OF to children was not on my 2020 to 2030 bingo card. Parents, please watch your kids online. Stop handing them an iPad and leaving. But things got worse when Jack's ex-employee exposed her on March 15th, 2024.
The moment she got there, touchdown into Florida, she was already in my bed and Jack walked in on us.
Showing a video as proof.
Yep. What?
McKinley stayed silent, prompting Jack to defend her.
Got there, touchdown into
children was not on my 2020 to 2030 bingo card. Parents, please watch your kids online. Stop handing them an iPad and leaving. But things got worse when Jack's ex-employee exposed her on March 15th, 2024.
The moment she got there, touchdown into Florida, she was already in my bed and Jack walked in on us.
Showing a video as proof.
Yep. What?
McKinley stayed silent, prompting Jack to defend her.
We were on the Uber on the way home. I was in the second row with another girl. She was on top of me, I was lying down, we were all drunk. And I had my arm up like that, and she was holding. Kinley was holding my hand in the video of him kissing her. And you can see in the video, she's not even kissing him back. She's just there, very uncomfortable.
Fortunately, no one took him seriously. You a little kid with a GF as a 304 where guys can see her naked for the price of a McDonald's burger. But while McKinley is despised for her dumb actions as a person and girlfriend, Twitch streamer QT Cinderella would be adored because of how she shows up for her boyfriend. Following their first meetup in person, the two became official a year later and appeared on each other's streams.
Oh,
Stop
now
taking my laugh. Stop taking my
I understand
laugh.
why they think we stole each other's laugh.
Also recording a Christmas album together.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Making fans see them as a power couple. If I don't have a relationship like theirs,
Oh,
Stop
now
taking my laugh. Stop
now
taking my
I understand
laugh.
why they think we stole each other's laugh.
also recording a Christmas album together.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Making fans see them as a power couple. If I don't have a relationship like theirs, I don't want it. But Blair proved it even more when she helped Ludwig in his most challenging moment.
Bro, my fridge ice machine doesn't work. Removable ice bin is cap. This is not removable.
Oh, yeah, there's just a junk of ice.
Don't put your hand up there. Don't put your hand up there. Don't put your hand up there.
Okay, I won't, but look. There's a bunch of ice, so go like this.
And staying by his side even when the struggle was over.
Do you need help?
Nah.
I can actually clean up if you want to go play.
She even was willing to clean if he wanted to go play video games. Ludwig struck solid gold when he catched that girl, but while QT Cinderella won the hearts of many for being a green flag, Alyssa would be criticized for doing the most red flag thing a girlfriend could do. On February 22nd, 2017, Alyssa would post a Snapchat story that shocked the internet.
Jake's kicking me out. He didn't want to wait for me to get my apartment, which I'm getting in a couple days, so he threw all my stuff downstairs and put a lock on the door.
Forcing Jake Paul, her rumored boyfriend at the time, to reveal why. She cheated on me with someone close to me, which is why it hurts so bad. Alyssa denied the accusation. I did not cheat. Jalissa was never real. Jake had girl after girl over every other night, and later shared her story in an 18-minute video.
He would like play all these mind games with me and just be like, yo, like don't get mad, having a girl over. And he did that like 25,000 times. I finally treated him the way that he was treating me, and he didn't like it. He got pissed and kicked me out.
But the most horrifying part was when Jake revealed who his ex slept with. Yeah, and this time I'm not being silent anymore. Alyssa effed my brother. With Alyssa responding only a year later.
I just was at my breaking point, and then I hit up Logan, and I was like, yo, like, let's hang out. And then we all went to a club, like a bunch of our friends together, and then me and Logan hooked up.
I did feel bad for Alyssa, but that doesn't justify what she did. But if Alyssa's vengeful behavior cost her shelter, Twitch streamer Lily Pichu would find herself much closer to someone she lives with. In 2017, Lily Pichu joined Offline TV, a group of content creators living together in LA. After 2 years, she became good friends with another member, Michael Reeves.
Smoke crack. Yeah, smoke crack.
Leading them to reveal a year later.
We're dating now, right?
Michael brings out the chaos in Lily and she brings out the comfy in him. But in 2021, fans thought that the couple had broken up as they stopped streaming together, prompting Lily to explain what happened.
We're living separately, we just are. Everyone's living separately. There's no like deep reason.
Despite their separation, their relationship got stronger.
He's like smart, he makes robots, he's like nice to everyone, he's cute, he's a 5'3" king.
And it looks like they're in it for the long haul.
We are planning on moving in together in like 2 months. I don't know when this lease is up. This lease is up, but I'm gonna go live with Michael.
But if Lily Pichu is on her way to a better future with her boyfriend, Kira destroyed hers in the worst way possible. On January 7th, 2022, Oscar and Kira from OK Baby, a popular family vlog channel, would explain why they were uploading less.
So yeah, Kira broke up with me.
Kira would then ask her ex a strange question.
But can you please clarify that I wasn't cheating?
Yeah, you weren't cheating.
People will dig into
You did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown cheating, but it was definitely lying.
And then joke around despite the sensitive topic.
I've done nothing. Like, besides some attitude here and there.
and comforting another guy because he was sad.
Oh, there it is.
Making fans suspicious. It really feels like she cheated on him, but he never got solid proof and she knows he can't back up his suspicions. Nonetheless, the couple addressed the negative reactions 2 days later.
I don't want to speak for you, but like these are the things that we say to each other. Oscar talks to me about hooking up with guys. Like, we are not...
No. Oh, I thought you meant me hooking up with guys. I'm like, wait, what? But you hooking up with, yes.
No, like, we are making these jokes together. They're jokes.
But it only convinced the internet she did do it. Clearly, she cheated on him. She tries so hard to protect her image here every time he talks and even tells him to go sleep with someone. You don't tell someone you had 4 kids with to go sleep with someone unless you already have or want to. Especially when she got engaged to her best friend's ex-husband almost 2 years later. Her denial, however, I did not cheat on Oscar. We had tons of problems behind the scenes and had a few times prior to this that we almost broke up, which includes him leaving me. Only put the final nail in her coffin. One day she is going to regret what she's done. She really thought she could just sweep it under the rug. Disgusting. In the end, Kira's actions were what made her and Oscar's breakup so terrible. In contrast with ex-Choco Bars, who would be praised for the way she handled her split. On January 13th, 2020, Twitch streamer ex-Choco Bars, real name Janet Rose, made a big announcement on Twitter. Toast and I are sad to announce that we have broken up. We've been pretty public about our relationship since the start, so we feel like we owe it to the fans to make this announcement. No one did anything wrong. Sometimes relationships just don't work out, so please refrain from the need to speculate or hate on either of us. Despite the sad news, fans supported them. It's not easy to be 2 public figures in dating. Thanks for letting people be part of the journey, and thank you for being strong enough to handle this maturely. Both stayed silent until Janet's ex, disguised Toast, brought it up a year later.
I just am not a good boyfriend. I used to think I was a great boyfriend. And then I realized I'm very logical. I'm right like 90% of the time. But you can't imagine how infuriating it is to date someone who always think they're right.
Janet did not react, and the reason would be revealed when they finally streamed together a year later.
Hey, I'm able to add Janet now.
Yay!
What's the problem, Janet?
Props to Janet for dealing with things so maturely. She's all about processing her feelings instead of just bad-mouthing her ex on social media like some people do. But if Janet is celebrated for being a well-adjusted person, Sam Frank would be exposed for being the opposite because of a horrifying text message. On October 4th, 2023, her boyfriend, Neon, would ask her about her faithfulness.
Have you been in the last 3 weeks?
No.
About her faithfulness.
Have you been in the last 3 weeks?
No.
Neon would ask her about her faithfulness.
Have you been in the last 3 weeks?
No.
Whoa! I'm actually get this off me now. I'm done. No, I'm actually fucking done. Get this off me. I haven't had sex with anyone. I'm literally celibate.
This reaction made fans think that she was guilty. The fact that she started crying just made my trust for this machine go up by 1,000%. Nevertheless, Sam defended herself in a podcast 3 days later.
Did you cheat on him?
No.
Stop the cap.
Text, call, nothing?
Other men, no. I don't have time. Like, I'm constantly always with him. We're always streaming. We're always planning, like, for the next day.
Forcing Neon's friend to expose her 3 weeks later.
She's going out, flying people out and f***ing them. I have an issue with that. That's my boy.
But the streamer was too in love to break up, even going as far as posting he was locked in for life. That would change when Neon discovered Sam's snowboarding trip while he was in a life-threatening surgery. In the couple's leaked messages, he allegedly said, "Do you not understand that the snowboarding trip looks bad? I don't care if you're there just to snowboard. No one goes on a trip with guys while in a relationship. It's not even that I don't trust you. I didn't even know there was guys there until now." But that wasn't even enough for them, as the two would be seen together again just a month later, proving that Neon really is locked in for life. Much like Kaide, who also showed she's locked in for life, but for all the right reasons. On March 3rd, 2023, the Valorant streamer would sadden the internet with an important announcement. "Hi everyone, I've recently been diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. I'll be starting up treatment very soon. With that being said, I'm not too sure how my body will react to the treatment, so I apologize in advance if my stream schedule isn't consistent. Many gave support. Don't feel obligated to stream. Make sure you stay safe and stay strong. You've got this." Nevertheless, Kaide would stream 2 days later, revealing more about her diagnosis.
I didn't tell anyone, actually, not even my mom or my dad or Tyson, until after his tournament, because I just wanted to make sure that he was fully focused on his game and his work.
Though her chemo was fortunately successful, it didn't stop her other health issues from affecting her fiancé. On March 23, 2024, Tenzi would appear in an interview explaining his poor performance during a tournament.
Today I kind of had a very uncharacteristic match where I was kind of zoned out the entire time.
Disappointing the internet. Tenzi, why don't you get the hell out of the team? Prompting Kaide to shift the blame the same day.
Yesterday, Tyson had to leave for the match, and I was like vomiting like crazy. I was puking like dumb, and the puking started right as Tyson had to leave. So he was like, Kaide, I don't want to leave. But I'm like, bro, you have to go. You have your match. So obviously he was like extremely like conflicted.
Making fans admire her relationship with Tenzi even more. It takes a special kind of competitive nature as well as special love between them for him to still take to the stage and for her to take blame for him. I bet she still wanted him to play and he wanted to stay with her instead. They were thinking about what they wanted for each other, establishing Kaide as one of the most beloved girlfriends on YouTube.
Holy shit!